The devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder. What dark secrets has this momager paid to keep out of the public eye?
For some reason, fans can't stop speculating that Khloé's biological father is someone other than the late Robert Kardashian.
I know all the rumors are absolutely ridiculous.
Is Robert Kardashian actually Khloé's father? This question has been looming over the family for like years.
My dad is my dad and my stepdad's my stepdad. Thank you.
Although this is just a theory, many people believe that Kris Jenner has paid a lot of money to anyone involved who knows the real identity of daughter Khloé's biological father.
There have been plenty of rumors about the Kardashian-Jenner family over the years. The question of Khloé's paternity has had staying power.
The topic has been debated on various online platforms in the past. Khloé was raised, by the late Robert Kardashian Sr., who passed away in 2003 from cancer. Now, he was a loving and very supportive parent to his children, but there have always been conspiracy theories about Khloé's lineage. Some people think she has a different father.
Khloé looks a little bit different from her family. Rumor that Khloé doesn't have the same father as the other sisters.
Khloé considers Robert Sr. her father, but she has dealt with hurtful gossip, from those who allege that her father is another man. The rumors stem from the fact that Khloé doesn't strongly resemble Kris, the late Robert Sr., her siblings, or her half-siblings. Kris Jenner admitted to actually cheating during her marriage to Robert, which fueled the fire, of course, and the future momager was only 22 when she married Robert, and it's safe to say that she wasn't quite ready for a lifetime commitment. Kris and Robert's marriage was marked by controversy. In March of 2020, Kris made a moving confession while chatting with fashion designer Diane von Furstenberg, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, on Diane's In Charge with DVF podcast. Now, she said her unfaithfulness to Robert was her biggest regret. According to Daily Mail, Todd Waterman came forward in 2012 to claim that Kris was sleeping with him during her marriage to Robert. He alleged that their wild and passionate affair was the catalyst for Kris and Robert's divorce. Now, when Kris wrote her autobiography, Kris Jenner and All Things Kardashian, she called her mystery lover Ryan, so a little different. The rumor that Kris's former hairdresser Alex Roldan is Khloé's real father never fades because the resemblance between Alex and Khloé is honestly uncanny. While Khloé has had a nose job, she was previously, before her nose job, a shoo-in for Alex. In 2020, this rumor was stirred up again because a comedian made a comment online that was really in relatively poor taste. The comic said that Khloé and Alex look exactly the same, amongst other things. And another rumor that has circulated for years is that the late football star and actor O.J. Simpson was Khloé's actual real father. Robert Sr., was part of O.J.'s legal team during the notorious trial in which O.J. was acquitted. Robert had been a longtime friend of O.J.'s and Kris and was very close to, Nicole Brown Simpson before she was unalived. Now, in June of 2019, O.J. actually posted a video to Twitter where he denied that Khloé was his child. It's easy to wonder why fans think that O.J. is Khloé's father. After all, Kris and Robert Sr. had many friends, including O.J., whom Kris now apparently loathes, but O.J. wasn't the only high-profile person in their social circle. The conspiracy theory gained steam when a Kardashian family friend alleged that Robert knew Khloé wasn't his biological child. While O.J. is now gone, he'll always be linked to the Kardashians, including Khloé, thanks to the rumors about her paternity. Meanwhile, Alex, the other man linked with that type of, gossip, is alive and well. His business, Alex Roldan Salon, is currently listed on LinkedIn. That salon is based in Hollywood, and based on Yelp reviews, the salon is a hit with a solid overall rating of 4.9 out of 5 stars. While Alex looks, remarkably like a pre-nose job Khloé, he's never actually claimed to be her father. Many fans believe that he is her dad just based on the striking physical similarities. Khloé considers Robert Sr. her father though. He did raise her and loved her. That is her dad, and her bio dad, until she says otherwise, however, is him. But this doesn't stop fans from thinking that Kris Jenner paid a lot of money for a lot of mouths to just keep, quiet about it. Kris Jenner allegedly paid a lot of money for her daughter Kim's staged marriage to Humphries to be kept a tight-lipped secret. Now, one of the most talked about events on Keeping Up with the Kardashians was Kim's extremely short-lived marriage to Kris Humphries. You know, the marriage lasted like less than 3 months and commanded headlines for months following the split. Now, the whole situation was awkward, and Humphries reportedly felt very betrayed by Kim, feeling like the marriage was all in the name of ratings. Now, according to the Washington Post, that's exactly what the marriage was meant to do, drive awareness and ratings for the Kardashians family show. Now, in fact, Kim wanted her goodbye to Humphries to be on the show, but producers actually rejected the idea. These days, though, Humphries, wants nothing to do with the family and has asked to be completely omitted from Keeping Up with the Kardashians as a whole. One of the most, discussed events of Keeping Up with the Kardashians was the relationship between Kris and Kim, and so naturally people were just so excited, to tune in when Humphries proposed to Kim. While many people now feel the relationship was a sham to get ratings, many viewers were so enthralled by, the couple's impending engagement, and at the time it was just so exciting. And when the moment actually came, everything happened perfectly, and apparently that's exactly as the family wanted. HuffPost actually reported that a producer admitted that the proposal actually took place multiple times, so the camera crew, could get numerous shots in an effort to get the best angles possible for the show. In fact, some actually revealed Kim had a role in planning the placement and lighting, so she could get the angles that, of course, she wanted for herself. Now, when the news was, starting to hit the public that this whole thing was basically a sham and a lie, Kris allegedly tried to pay a really pretty penny to news outlets and gossip blogs and columns to not disclose this information and to keep it a secret. Of course, she didn't want her new, rising in popularity reality show to be tarnished or canceled because people was just thinking it was all fake. To this day, every Kardashian/Jenner will deny that their marriage wasn't legit. The only thing to come out in regards to it was when Kim said on a Keeping Up with the Kardashians reunion special that she admitted that she should have followed her cold feet before going through, with their 2011 marriage to the NBA player. But honestly, at this point, way too much has transpired since, for anyone to truly care about whether or not it was real. Kris Jenner may have been the one to leak Kim's infamous tape. Easily one of the most controversial, moments in the Kardashian saga is the release of Kim's intimate tape with Ray J. When the tape was first leaked, Kim, sued the company to keep it out of the public eye. However, many pointed out that Kim has made an impressive $5 million from the home movie, and it's possible the leak was a publicity stunt move. In fact, Ray J said it was Kim's mom, Kris, who actually released the tape. Many believe, the release by Kris was meant to drive attention to the family, a move that worked very well if that was the case. Only 6 months after the tape was leaked, Keeping Up with the Kardashians premiered with very strong viewership. For her part, Kris did a lie detector test on the Late Late Show with James Corden and said she had nothing to do with the leak. In Ray J's 44-minute rant, he never says Kris negotiated for the tape's distribution with Vivid Entertainment, the company that released the tape. He does, however, though, say there were 2 different tapes, not just one, but one shot in Cabo and one in Santa Barbara, and he says, Kris handpicked the one where Kim looked the best. By the way, the 3rd tape that is allegedly to be there is labeled Intro. He also says in his contract with Vivid, where the 3 tapes are mentioned, that Kim's fingerprints are on them, literally. Now, he says Kim wrote the section describing the 3 tapes. What's significant about this, though, is that Ray J says this is, the original contract he signed giving Vivid the rights, and he says Kim's handwriting is right there. It's interesting, though, Hirsch, part of Vivid, has said he acquired the tape not from Kim or Ray J, but from a third party. He was never, specific, but what he did say is, we are very confident in our legal position. Under California law, the person whose image is portrayed in such a video must sign off either directly or through an agent in order for the distributor to have a solid legal, position. Kim also allegedly sued Vivid for invasion of privacy, claiming that she never authorized its release. She says she ended up settling with Vivid and the suit was dropped. It was taken off the market, months later after a third party bought it from Vivid. Now, Ray J says both he and Kim struck a deal with Vivid for about $400,000 each up front and 12.5% of the profits for each of them. Now, on Instagram Instagram, Ray J deemed the lie detector test that Kris took as fake, called them frauds. Ray J also took, aim at Corden and CBS for hiring John Grogan, which is the person, who gave, the lie detector test to Kris, and airing the lie detector test segment, period. Representatives actually for the Late Late Show and its host did not respond or comment, of course. Ray J said in his rant, this is the dude Kris Jenner had taken her lie detector test from to make me look like a liar. And what's more sad is the network allowed it to happen. Everybody is getting sued for defamation. I can't wait to show you the truth. I don't give, what anybody says or feels at this point. You already think I'm a horrible person from what they've been making me look like. I'm going on one of the biggest rants of my life tonight to clear my name of this negativity. Now, despite his over the top rant on social media, none of the Kardashians responded or even acknowledged it. But the truth will probably come out one day, I'm sure of it. Did Kris Jenner pay her own son to keep a lot of secrets? Well, keep secrets. Not everyone in the Kardashian clan is a fan of the show, or the direction the family has taken. Rob Kardashian in particular has been very critical and believes, it's tainted his family in terrible ways. In fact, Rob's, disdain for keeping up with the Kardashian led him to skip Kim's wedding to Kanye so he could avoid, the show's cameras. In 2015, news broke that Rob had been hospitalized due to type 2 diabetes. And during this time, the reality star's weight gain became a subject of public scrutiny. Now, unfortunately, Rob was constantly compared to his sisters, who had become, prominent figures in the fashion and beauty industry. Now, it was as if society had imposed an unspoken beauty standard that all Kardashians must adhere to, and Rob bore the brunt of this pressure. Even his sister Khloe could empathize, having faced her own, share of public scrutiny. Now, the relentless body shaming Rob endured only added to his diminishing presence on the show. Apparently, Rob's disapproval of his family's choice of career and lifestyle is only worsening at this point as well, because there's only a couple of family members, including Khloe, who still check on him from time to time. Now, he's been involved in personal struggles, including legal battles and mental health issues, which have contributed to his decision to stay out of the spotlight. But many people think Kris has paid him off to not only, be involved and not be involved in the show, but to not expose secrets as well, on purpose or by accident. Rob was involved in a very, long legal battle with his ex-fiancée Blac Chyna. She sued him, and the family for attacks, defamation, and cancellation of their e-show. And so, right now at this time, Chyna and Rob, none of them have commented on any of these allegations. They likely never will. I mean, of course, just maybe, unless they stop getting paid for keeping their mouth shut, if that's what's actually happening. But what do you guys think about all of this? Let's wait and see what new secrets get exposed this year, right? I'm your host, Ashley. It's been great catching up.